This is a really great question. I'm going to turn you around and I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to discuss them with you. These are every denture I've had so far, not including the ones that I currently wear. This first set were my immediates. They were way too big, as most immediates are, and my dentist who was working on them at the time quit suddenly without any warning at all, and no other dentist was willing to touch another dentist's dentures, so I kind of lost the draw on this one. So then I had to wait for my insurance to cover another pair, and that was this pair here. This is going to sound cliche here and a little funny, but my dentist that was working on these also quit without notice, warning, or anything. So no other dentist would work on these, and insurance just wasn't going to cover any more teeth for me for a long time. So I was stuck having to wear these. They were ill-fitting, they didn't line up, they were too big, and they just didn't work for me. So I just did the best I could over the years. And then over the years, I found a company called Denture Box. This was my first try-ins for Denture Box. Then these were my second try-ins for Denture Box. And then this was my third try-in for Denture Box. As you can see, they didn't fit well. I had to put cushion grip in the try-ins. But then they ended up sending me my permanent set from Denture Box. So I do have a permanent set from them. The thing with them, though, was it turned out that they were actually a really bad company, and I didn't know it at the time. This was the first upper that they sent me. As you can see, it has cushion grip in there because it didn't fit very well. And if you look really closely, there is a crack from this tooth right here all the way to this tooth here, and you can kind of see it on the video. I wasn't eating when that broke. I was literally just talking and making a TikTok video, and then I felt something in my mouth, and I felt it with my tongue, and I was like, what is that? Took them out, and they were completely cracked from end to end. And to be quite frank with you, I hadn't really eaten with these yet anyways, except soft food. So I got a hold of them, and they sent me a new upper, but the new upper didn't mesh well with the bottom I had, even though they said it was going to be exactly the same. So they didn't work well. So I ended up going through another company called Dentures, which is what they're taking a bath. I'm sorry, they're always taking a bath. My permanent set from Dentures is what I currently wear in all my videos now that you see. This was my first try-in from them. And this was my second try-in from them. And then the upper ended up being good, and I had a different lower made, but the lower ended up not meshing well with the top, so they sent me a new one, and that's the permanents that you see that I wear now today. And I am really happy with Dentures. I would go through Dentures again and again, and I would highly recommend them. If you guys don't have the money for traditional dentures from a dentist, try the 3D printed dentures from Dentures. They're amazing. They work with cushion grip, they work with Dentach, they work with Denture Fit, they work with all the stuff. And they're really great. They custom fit these to your mouth. You can pick the size of your teeth, you can pick the shape of your teeth, you can pick the color that you want, and it's all included in one price, and it's under $1,000. So you can't really beat that. But yeah, there you go. Let me flip you around one more time and show you. From beginning all the way to end is all of my dentures that I've had over the years.